Alright guys, so we're going to be going over Xing and his ascensions and what makes him work. One of the skills you need is Raging Waves. Turn into reality helps the soul strike, but Raging Waves helps the cudgel hits. Increases the range and the number of hits. When you get it to level 3, after a soul strike is over, every remaining cudgel hit reduces the cooldown, which is really nice. Enemies can be stacked by cudgel multiple times in a single strike. Up to 2 times, up to 3 times, and up to 4 times. So, usually I only get this at like level 2. I wish I could get it level 3 regularly. Smash into dust. This is probably one of the most important because when you perform the soul strike, the first cudgel hit will deal 200% damage. If the enemy is defeated by this cudgel hit, the next cudgel hit will also deal 200 damage. So if you're targeting a trash mob, this just mops them up. Each time you defeat an enemy, get reduced cooldown. So this one really helps for maintaining while you're doing rooms and stuff like that. This one is very important for boss fights for the cudgel to hit. This increases the initial strike of the soul strike itself. I would rather take Raging Waves or Unstoppable Phantom or something. There's a chance that cudgel will cause a crit hit, and this is a very important one as well. It is like more important than turn into reality because it'll affect each cudgel strike that happens and increase the crit chance. I try to mostly avoid the blue tree. There is this one right here. It will increase your total skill damage and give you a little bit of max shields. If you look, it's 3 max shields and 10 stacks. That's 30 shields. That's not that much, but it helps. And the damage increase is nice. I do sometimes like taking extra shackle, giving me extra essence chain targets. Converged flows. This is one of my most favorite abilities on this character. When you use your secondary ability, your next 5 shots will consume no ammo. And if you have a wild hunt, a rocket launcher, or any big hitting weapon, this is very, very handy. Most of these other abilities will increase your weapon levels, and the weapon levels increase the damage. Something to take note of. Soul Strike does weapon damage. So every cudgel hit deals weapon damage instead of skill damage based on the held weapon. So your weapon's very important for increasing the number of cudgel hits and actually making them deal damage is based on your weapon. So stuff like concentrated essence, you want to have proc before you cast your soul strike. That'll then proc the cudgels. This will affect your gun. I love having lucky shot chance on my gun, especially when fighting bosses and stuff. This is a tricky one. You want to apply level 1, and then if you have the weapon that you want to move forward with in the game, like a wild hunt that already has 40% lucky shot chance, if you get this, you'll see at the bottom it'll say, hopefully, lucky shot chance, and you can get increased additional lucky shot chance. If it does not say that, then get the second level of it if you can, of course. And the idea is to try to use this ability to gain additional crit chance onto a weapon that shouldn't have any more crit chance. So I really like this one. In the video, I had it at level 1, and it increased by 20%. The lower the enemy's total hit points, the higher the damage you deal. I think this one's great. If a cudgel strike doesn't hit the target, and it puts them to half health, then the next hit's going to deal more damage. and it's a little vague on the scaling, but it does work and it is a good ability. This one here is another defensive ability. Increase max shield and reduces the damage taken after killing an enemy up to 5 stacks. And when your shield breaks, lose it all. I'm going to go over this ability here, the Wombo Combo. If you get stuck with 3 blue options, and this is one of them and Extra Shackle is not, then Wombo Combo is a decent one to take. Every 5 hits will create a Soul Strike, and that'll create a cudgel hit. So if you've taken some other things that have increased the cudgel damage, your weapon's doing good, you activated your essence chain, and when you do that, it procs a Soul Strike, and then you cast a Soul Strike. You know, it's just a bunch of extra hits. It looks nice, lots of damage numbers. So this would be something that I might possibly take. Alright, not bad. 43 million.